99 was arrested and let go, Steve. So I'll tell you that story. Actually, first of all, why don't you go check out the video, because on vigiltv.com you can see the highlights section for YouTube, and on the highlights section is a video that says 99 arrested. He was immediately released. He's being harassed by Officer Palmater. We have videos of that, so you can look at the OPDX Vigil TV on YouTube, and which we've taken from Ustream. There's two YouTube channels, so if it's not on the highlights one, which is likely because I'm not caught up, I'm kind of backlogged, it'll be on the other one. And you just look for police, the word police, or officer, or something like that, cops, and you'll see the multitude of harassment occasions. But 99 is getting that very prejudicial treatment from Officer Palmater. There's one called Weird Behavior of Officer Palmater, where they describe some of the things that he said, like, what about my freedom of speech? His response to him trying to take our signs. Anyway, it's very strange, very unprofessional. And he arrested 99. Now 99 has to go to community court, where they just catch and throw people into work. They don't actually give a real trial. It's a kangaroo court. It's an industry of using houseless people by making up rules as they go along that target them where they're powerless to fight very often. There's such a disadvantage by some of the things that happen to them in this process that it's very difficult to just fight your way to not having to do community service for something that you should be found innocent of. Anyway, that is something that we're going to change. We're not standing for this. And so that's the deal about 99's arrest. But back to the article. City Hall Watch. Find the latest City Hall news at Oregon Live. You can also follow us. Okay, let's see. So this article is quite long. It continues on E4, it says. Let's see here. Mary Nichols stayed awake every other night for 5 months to guard Occupy Portland protesters sleeping on the curb in front of City Hall. And by the way, this was supposed to be about Vigil TV, but the editor changed it to being about me, so that's embarrassing, but whatever. Still, it gives a lot of good info. Protesters hunkered down in front of the building at 1221 Southwest 4th Avenue last December 1st with plans of holding a vigil until the city's anti-camping ordinance is lifted. Nichols, 42, of Happy Valley, has kept vigil over the vigil. She and other demonstrators have created an internet show, Vigil TV, for which they record a variety of conversations, including police officers asking protests and homeless people to move off the curb in front of City Hall. Police ask protesters to leave because of the anti-camping ordinance. Nichols said police arrest people and seize property, such as blankets, which can be dangerous for protesters and homeless people on cold nights. By the way, every time you see the separation of protesters and homeless people, I didn't say it that way. The protesters, half of us are homeless, so whatever. Last winter was difficult, she said. I actually swept snow off people, Nichols said. She said other protesters are not camping and have a right to be there. City Code defines camping as setting up or remaining in or at a campsite for the purpose of establishing a temporary place to live. If I remember the ordinance, I'm turning the paper. Hey, Josh. I was complaining about the front page of the Oregonian, saying that that's probably what they felt they had to do because they wrote a nice article about the vigil. E4. Where are we? Vigil. Yeah, temporary place to live. The law doesn't make sense to Nichols' friend and Vigil TV co-host 99, who would not identify himself other than by a nickname from a sticker saying he is part of the 99%. I would not be here to live, said 99, gesturing toward the curb. There's no bathroom facilities, no shower facilities. Portland Police spokesman Lieutenant Robert King said officers aim to uphold the constitutional rights of all people. Quote, in cases where people violate the law and violate city ordinances, our offices, in cooperation with other City Hall offices, will take the appropriate action, King said. Occupy volunteer Jimmy spoke out against the anti-camping ordinance October 3rd before Portland City Council. Tardy supports Vigil TV. I think it's been pretty good as far as keeping people motivated and helping to tell the real story of what's going on in regards to the cops and homeless people in the city, Tardy said. Nichols and 99, part of a 6-person Vigil TV crew, one of which you will see right here, Josh, not only stand guard, but also record the stories of homeless people to raise awareness about the issues they face. Nichols said homelessness often occurs when people have no support network. Without a home, people end up in situations where they are at risk of rape, other forms of violence, and incarceration. The stories are there so people can learn how this happened, who it's happened to, and how the system works against them. Can you help me? I'm sorry. Not good foresight on my part. I can put it under my foot. Okay. Nichols is not homeless. She is an activist. By far my least favorite line. Oh, well. She and her husband agreed that he would work so she could pursue their dream of supporting people seeking to uphold their civil rights, including the rights of homeless people. She uses the term houseless because she said homeless can be construed as a slur. This is a civil rights movement where houseless people all over the country are rising up to say their rights are being violated, Nichols said. Nichols said Vigil TV is a unique approach to addressing civil rights issues. With the help of friends and donations, she purchased a mobile internet hotspot for Vigil TV. Thank you, you guys. That was you guys. She and other supporters use cell phones to stream videos on Ustream, download the raw videos, and upload them on a YouTube channel. They put a second, shorter version of the best videos on YouTube. Occupy Portland also rebroadcasts the videos, which is opdxlive.org and Occupy P-Town on livestream.com. Nichols next plans to raise funds to maintain the $50 per month hotspot, and she is seeking editing software. It's Prism, by the way. Anyway, she would like to inspire homeless people to create similar shows. More people need to be fighting for their rights, she said. And I'd just like to add, what I meant by inspire is that we could probably set other people up with what we're doing here. This hotspot is a great deal. $50 down, $50 a month, unlimited internet. You don't even have to have an unlocked phone service, internet service on your phone. You just have to have a really good Android. I'm finding the iPhone isn't sufficient. This is a Samsung Galaxy S2. But I believe that we can probably get one pretty cheap. Anyway, not for us, but if we can get a partnership going with somewhere like Right to Dream 2, or some other place where people have organized way of passing that between them, I would certainly help them set up YouTube or websites or anything like that, because we really need to record what is taking place on the streets. Well, if you think what's bad at the Vigil as far as the camping ban, you should see what happens when they start clearing people out from under bridges in the rain and fencing those bridges off. So interview with John, which is recent, on YouTube. Was it him or... Anyway, one of the recent interviews, a guy was saying, it was John, why would they clear us out from under bridges? They're obviously not wanting to see us. So why take people out from like one of the only places that's dry where you're not really visible? But that is why I put the flyer out that suggested that instead organizations come and be ready for the people who are standing up for their civil rights. So we got some